Liberty and Economics Review and libertyandeconomics.com. Nick Sorrentino. It's been a while since I've done a video, months in fact, but I'm going to try to do some more, a little more regularly. Today I wanted to talk about the great divide between those of us who work in the private sector and those of us who work in the public sector. Now, where I live is in the leafy suburbs, maybe even the exurbs, it would probably be fair to say, of Washington, D.C. And there are a good number of government employees here. People who work for the federal government, people who are military, people who work for the state. Well, not so much the state here, but people who work for local governments. There's a culture of government here, and the local government tends to be pretty big. And you know what? I look around and I talk with people on Facebook and other places, and they're feeling pain from the Great Recession or the Depression of the early 21st century, whatever you want to call it. And frankly, I mean, I work in the private sector, and I certainly feel it. It's difficult. It's not easy by any means. However, it is frustrating when one talks to people who work in the government. And frankly, I'll tell you, America, they're not feeling much pain. In Bethesda, Maryland, in Fairfax, Virginia, Loudoun County, Virginia, they're not feeling any pain. The average income for families in Fairfax, Loudoun, and Montgomery County, where Bethesda is, Montgomery County is in Maryland, Fairfax and Loudoun are in Virginia, is $102,000. Over the past 30 years, government workers have made steady increases in income with each passing year, whereas the rest of the country has not. In fact, it's declined in real terms. This is wrong because, frankly, folks that are working for the government shouldn't make as much as people in the private sector. I'm sorry. I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, if you have a guaranteed job, the trade-off is you don't get paid as much. But I'm here to tell you that a lot of folks, in Washington are fat and happy during this horrible economic downturn. They feel protected, they feel safe, and they make a good living, and they don't have to worry about ever getting fired because no one gets fired from government jobs. I mean, those of us who feel like working for the government is wrong, I mean, I have to say, I wish I, knew that my income was always going to increase with each passing year. That'd be nice. But I don't believe that the government should be large enough that one takes advantage of that. So, think about this. Well, I'll leave it at that for the time being. Just know, America, as you're struggling and you're paying your taxes this April 15th, there are a lot of people who live very, very, very nicely, thanks to your contributions. Again, for libertyandeconomics.com, I'm Nick Sorrentino.